Welcome to Sugoi Anime, boys and girls. Thank you for joining us. We're back
Yeah,
again
I know.
after a bit of a hiatus, unfortunately. Dude, we might as well be like manga artists, bro, that take hiatuses.
Yeah, the problem is that yeah, that's fair. We're like
I don't
the
know
guy.
which manga we would compare to, but yeah.
Uh, I would say probably Hunter x Hunter,
I was gonna say Hunter x Hunter, even though I've
because that
never
one that
watched
they haven't made a. There hasn't been a chapter in like a year and a half.
it.
I know, and the guy said, "Oh, don't worry, I already have storyboarded the rest of it, or the next 10 chapters." And everybody's like, "Uh oh," and it's been a year and
Mm,
a half since he said that. So we're all like, "Uh
mm.
oh."
So hopefully he doesn't forget any of it then.
No, hopefully not. But yeah,
So yeah, this is episode 8, I believe, from season 2. Is that right?
I'm gonna say yes, but I will throw something up if it isn't.
Okay. If it's not, boom, there's your message. If it is, which I think it is, welcome. Welcome to our 8th episode of season 2, y'all. Um, what are we going to talk about today, man?
Oh, I guess if you haven't read the description or anything like that, or the thumbnail, then I guess you guys wouldn't know, but it is gonna be our individual top 5 anime characters.
Yes. But can I just say, though, by the way, I mean, I know that I got your reaction via text, but what did you think of the thumbnail, though, bro? Come
Which one?
on. The one for this episode.
I don't know. You said like 4, so
We're going to use the one that has the 5 characters, and
oh yeah,
we're,
yeah, yeah, yeah. That was pretty good. I liked it. I liked it.
yeah.
I
If
was like, nice.
you guys, we're talking about the thumbnail of this episode. If you're on YouTube, you know what we're talking about. If you're on another podcast service, go check it out. You might be able to see it. I'm not sure if you're on a podcast service. Probably not, but it'll be on our Instagram and Twitter. So check
Hmm.
us out there.
Yep. Yeah, one of us will upload it.
Yeah, I'll take charge of the social media stuff again.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Sounds
you
good.
know actually start doing it again. So hopefully we get a follow from all y'all. But dude, so tell me what's some news, bro? What's going on in the anime world, dude?
So I don't know if this is good news or bad news. Take it how you will.
Okay.
But the studio that was doing Attack on Titan will not be coming back for season 4.
Okay, I did see that, but okay.
Yeah.
Um Do we know the studio that's going to take
Yes. It's
are
a
they,
Mappa.
oh, I've heard of that too.
MAPPA.
Yes.
So I think the most famous one anime, at least off the top of my head that I can remember they made, was actually Yuri on Ice. Yeah. The good news about them is that they're a pretty good studio. It's that they like to take on pretty much any project.
Hmm,
So it doesn't really matter for them like whether or not they, are doing Yuri on Ice, Attack on Titan. They'll do whatever. That's just
okay.
how they like to do things.
Well, I hope they do a good job. That's the only thing I care about.
I
Because
mean,
this is the final season, right?
yeah, yeah. Have you seen the trailer?
I did. I did see the
You did
trailer.
see the trailer. Okay, okay, that's
Yes.
good.
Yes.
That one, I
Yes.
was like, dang. It still looks good, so that's why I'm like, okay, I'm not freaking out yet.
Dude, I still honestly, dude, watching the trailer for that season, it kind of like made me want to watch season 3 again. because my God, dude, season 3 was just amazing.
Yeah, it was literal fire, guys. It was like, oh my gosh, every turn you were like, oh no,
Dude,
yes.
that season, that was probably one of the
Oh,
most hyped seasons in anime ever, man. Um,
like that's the thing about Attack on Titan. It's all about the hype, man.
yeah. Well, dude, the thing is, we'll have to talk about it more, like focused in on it someday. But like,
Yeah,
because I don't think we've talked about
not
Attack on Titan.
season, not season 3.
Right. And so, because season 1 was good, it was
Yeah,
good, good, good. Season 2, bro, honestly, was kind of slow for me.
yeah.
But season 3, dude, it was like bomb explosion, like atomic energy wave destruction every episode, bro. It was just bam, 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 bam. It would not let up with good content.
Oh man. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'll give you that.
Yeah. So, but yeah. Any other bit of news there, Mr. Juice?
Pretty much every other anime is getting delayed.
You know what? I've noticed that. I've
Yeah.
noticed that, which kind of sucks. But I mean,
So
what can
like,
you do?
what's it called? I mean, just to name a few off from what I can remember as well, it's One Piece is on an indefinite leave. Black Clover. Um, Let me think. What else? Remember the slime one?
Yeah,
Yeah, that one also got delayed. The season 2,
I figured, man, because I've been waiting for that to come out. I
and
rewatched
then
all of season 1 and the extra episodes too.
yeah, and then even Promised Neverland got delayed.
Snap.
And so it's like every shoot, even Yu-Gi-Oh got delayed. I was like, dang.
Oh wow, dude. I hope Dragon Quest doesn't get delayed.
I don't think it
The
will because it's going on
Adventures of
Netflix,
Guy.
right?
Honestly, I don't know, dude. I should probably know.
I think it was Netflix who's doing it, so they don't really dilly dally too much on that. They try to get it out as fast as possible.
That's true.
Well, well, at least once the season's over in Japan, at least that's true.
Yeah, we'll see. I guess.
Yeah, but yeah, that's about how it's going.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of shows we were excited for this year getting delayed for next year. Like a lot of them. The only thing that hasn't gotten delayed, and I hope doesn't, is the Demon Slayer movie.
Right. Yes. When's
Yeah,
that supposed to come out?
October in Japan.
Oh. All
So
right.
US is probably going to be November, December, I would assume,
Okay.
if all goes well.
If all goes well, man. Hopefully. Yeah, man. But yeah, what have you been up to then? What have you've been
Uh,
reading? What have you been reading slash watching?
So I've actually was reading the Demon Slayer manga.
Okay,
I'm up
cool.
to about chapter 264, I want to say.
There you go. That's what's up.
So, oh yeah, and that manga ended a couple weeks ago.
Oh,
It was getting close to the end, so they even announced it like a few months ago, I want to say, that it
oh
was
wow.
coming to a close. So that's over. So if you want to read spoilers, you can. But yeah. So and then let me think. I've also been reading one called Spy Family.
Okay.
And then so that one's fairly new. I think it's been out for about a year on Weekly Shonen Jump, and same thing with what else have I been reading? I've been reading a bunch of things. Like obviously I've been reading One Piece and My Hero Academia. I was like, My Hero Academia has gotten real crazy this last chapter.
I read like an article about it, but I still don't know any details.
Let's just say Shigaraki is now a force to be reckoned with if he wasn't beforehand.
Goodness
He's
gracious, that's so
basically on the
crazy.
same tier as like All Might.
Holy crap.
Yeah. And we're all like, this is not going to end well.
Goodness
People are going to
gracious.
die. Well, people are dying, but yeah.
That's crazy.
And we're all like, oh, yikes. Let's see what else. But yeah, One Piece is actually an interesting case right now. So, because you know how Oda has health problems,
Uh-huh.
so he only is releasing a chapter every other week right now because of the virus, because he can't have his assistant come over as much as he would like.
Oh, that's too bad.
So basically, Shueisha's been keeping him under lock and key, making sure he doesn't get sick.
Goodness gracious.
It's like, oh, yeah, because if he dies, it's like, what are we gonna do?
We're screwed.
So everybody for the last 20 years who's been keeping up with it is like, oh.
No.
It's like, yeah, so that's why it's like, yeah, it's probably for the best that that's like that for now.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, watching wise, I haven't really watched anything like. I guess I watched a series with my sister called what's it called? My Next Life as a Villainess.
Oh, I think I saw.
Yeah, it was actually really funny. I was just like,
Really?
yeah, I'll try something different this time, and it was like, it's basically about a girl who gets trapped in the world of I guess, what do they call them? Uh, one of those like choose your own adventure games, and she
Okay.
ends up as the villain. And
Oh.
the problem is though, in every single path, the villain dies or gets
Oh.
exiled. So she's trying to avoid that now.
That's
I'm like,
funny.
okay, that's going to be interesting.
Okay.
So I
Hey,
was
that
like,
sounds fun.
okay, that was fun.
Ooh.
So apart from that, oh yeah, and then I'm watching Baki Part
Oh, how
3.
is that? It's good?
Yeah, it's really good. I was like, the first season didn't like the fights too much, but by the second and third one, they get pretty good.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I've been kind of curious about it.
Well, it's
But like,
really the manga it's based off of is still going on. I think it's well over 20 years old right now.
whoa, what the
Yeah,
freak?
yeah. I was like,
Wow.
huh, never heard of it.
Huh.
Yeah, I know.
Cool.
Yeah,
Interesting. Well, maybe I'll give it a shot. I
yeah.
definitely have the time.
Ah. Yep. All right, but yeah. How about you, man? What you been up to?
Dude, honestly, before I got hit with that COVID, I have COVID, guys, by the way. So don't get too close to your screens or your mics.
Haha.
um, but before I got COVID, dude, I've been working like crazy. So I barely even had time to like even spend time with my family, dude. So honestly, I have not been watching anything. Um, I have watched random things here and there, just like an episode or two of like, for example, Cowboy Bebop.
Hmm.
I watched an episode of High School of the Dead. Why not? You know.
You didn't
Um,
watch that with your wife around, did you?
no, of course not. What was the other one? Oh, another one called Blue Dragon Uncut, which is from the same creator of. It's basically Dragon Quest, Dragon Ball stuff. Akira Toriyama did the art style for it, so it's kind of cool. um, yeah, just kind of random shows here and there. I've been kind of wanting to watch like a good show that like I've watched before. I'm thinking about maybe rewatching Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Um, but besides that, I have read, and I've told you about this before, the Pokemon Adventures manga. I finished reading all of the Gen 1 version of it, which was freaking good, dude.
Really?
Oh my
Huh.
gosh, bro. It's so dang good, dude.
Oh my god.
Like for real. It's like funny, it's like epic, it's pretty hardcore, and it's dark as hell, dude. For Pokemon, you would be super surprised. But it's like way good, dude. Super, super good.
Oh my god. Okay. I'll have to take a
Dude,
look at
it's
it. I always
you
forget that I
should.
have to write that one down.
Dude, yeah, you
I'm
definitely should,
like,
man.
huh. Pokemon
It's
Adventures.
yep. So in Japan it's called Pokemon Special, but in English it's called Pokemon Adventures. It's freaking good, dude. It's so good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's super good. Yeah, that's basically it. I mean, I can't really think of anything else. So
Yeah.
yeah. So let's just freaking move on to the main topic, unless you have anything else to say.
Mm, no, not right now.
All right,
Yeah, I think I'm good.
all right.
Yeah.
So what's our main topic, bro? I mean, we've already talked
Top
about it, but what is it?
top 5 anime characters. Each of us sharing our own lists. And we don't know each other's lists. We just yeah, I don't think we've ever talked about this, to be honest. Not even
No,
in
I
like
don't
off
think so.
camera. Yeah, so
No,
it's
I
like
don't think
this is
so.
going to be a surprise for both of us. So we don't know if we share any of the same ones or if they're all going to be completely different.
So this is my
So
suggestion, by the way. I say we do number five.
yeah,
You know, I could do number five, and then you go number five, number four, three, two, and then we'll do an honorable mention section before we reveal our top one. What do you think?
yeah, sure.
Okay. Cause well, let me just give you a little bit of like an idea. So first of all, I feel kind of bad, honestly, because my top five favorite characters are like the most generic freaking characters of all time. And I didn't even realize it until after I finished writing down the list. And the
Hey,
thing is,
hey,
the
that's
list was like,
totally fine though.
dude, I wrote it like this, dude. I wrote it like this.
That's
It
how we know
was,
it's genuine though.
yeah. So, anyways, so do you want to go first or should I go first?
I'll go first if you want. Let me just scroll over to my list. I have
Sure,
it
sure.
written down. Oh, okay. So this was my number 5.
All right.
5. Okay, guys.
Cinco.
So
Cinco.
it's actually Mob.
Oh my gosh.
Mob
I
from
totally
Mob Psycho
forgot about
100.
that is that is a good damn show. And he's a great character. Sorry, you go.
So so I was gonna go with Saitama from One Punch Man, but I felt like because Mob was a kid, he'd actually shown like a lot of character growth. Like it's kind of hard when you're an overpowered psychic or in any medium basically to have any growth, but he's actually had a lot of growth. Like yeah, he's still the same little naive kid from like chapter 1, but it's like little by little, he's forming his own opinions. He's not relying on people as much as he did in the past to give him his own opinion. But yeah, I was like, I actually thought Mob was like a really good like character that sometimes is like when you're in school and stuff like that, it's like anybody could relate to. I mean, apart from the psychic stuff, but like that's that we're all trying to just figure out our who we are, who we want to be, and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Dude, let me just add real quick to that. Like, for me, Mob, Kageyama, freaking the shadow leader, bro. Poison T, my boy. Dude, I think he's got one of my favorite character growths in anime of all time. Um, especially season two, like the amount of growth he goes through is like it's amazing. It's beautifully told, and you just I don't know. It's super well done, amazingly well done. Great character choice, man.
Yeah, and it's like I said, it's like it was like this or well, yeah, like I said, I was gonna go with Saitama, but I was like, I felt like at least in this case that because one, the writer of One Punch Man and Mob Psycho 100, definitely this was his follow-up series to One Punch Man, and
Yeah,
it basically it's like showed his own growth as like a writer itself and how he was able to write an even better main character.
yeah, dude, I
But
agree,
yeah, I
hundred
was like,
percent.
I thought it's like that is a solid. I was like, this is definitely my number five, especially following up with the rest of this list.
Dude, bro, that's a freaking great character, man. I can't even imagine your other four, bro. Dude.
All right, but yeah, man. What about you? What is your number five?
All right, brother. Number 5. Here we go. Are you ready? It is none other than the sin of greed, Bond.
All right, nice, very nice. It's like
Yep,
he's a pretty good character.
dude. Bond. First of all, I love his aesthetically, his just the way he looks. His introduction is one of the funniest introductions to a character in anime, I believe. Today, I think it's one of the funniest, especially when he first meets up with Daicho, the captain, and they literally destroy a castle with a supposed impenetrable magic spell around it by literally just high-fiving each other.
They have way too much fun.
they he is that powerful, dude. And in the manga, he gets ridiculously powerful, but he overall, I love his story, like, his, like, especially when he was a kid, who he grows up to be, the man he becomes. He's kind of one of those like douchey characters, but when you really like get to know him, you really start seeing how much depth this character has, why he acts the way he does, and just kind of like his abilities and stuff like that are pretty cool too. They're a little, they're pretty different than normal anime, at least, and at least his ability with snatching, which he's able to like steal stuff, and then he's immortal for the majority of the series, um, or at least a part of it. Um, and yeah, he's just sick, dude. He's super cool. I love his personality, his character growth, his backstory. Um, yeah, he's cool, man. He's one of my favorite characters, and definitely my favorite from that series.
Yeah, not bad. It's like, yeah, Bond's a great character. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't know if there's much for me to follow up on. I mean, I love how he, at least I'm anime only, so I haven't read the manga at all. Um, but I love how he's like, he does have that struggle, like choosing between his friend or his lover. Essentially, it's like it shows like he,
It's a tough choice, dude. It's
it's
a tough
a really
choice.
hard choice because it's like a lot of people will struggle with that kind of a choice. And he thought he had his decision made up, but it turns out he's like, you know what? I don't know if this is actually the right thing for me to do. And I was like,
Yeah,
dang, that's pretty
yeah,
tough.
man. Yeah, and it's just kind of cool because like he basically was holding off his grudge with Meliodas for a while until they had a super serious fight, um, eventually. And but he still respected him. He still respects him. Although like he literally has all the right to hate him. But you know, I don't know. He's just yeah, he's awesome. I like him a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
All right.
what's
Number
your number 4, bruh?
Oh, give me one sec. Ooh. I think you're gonna like this one a lot more. Kamina from Gurren Lagann.
Oh my god. Oh, what a freaking great choice, my friend. Oh,
I was
coming
I don't even like mecha that much. Like,
No,
yeah,
me neither.
everybody loves, giant robots, but it gets kind of tiring after a
Oh,
while.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
Gurren Lagann, I was like, yes!
dude. Yeah, I agree 100%. I don't like
Like,
Mecha either, but
oh
Gurren
man.
Lagann is that one exception, dude.
It's like, and I like to watch every now and then I'll sit down and watch a mecha, but I think Gurren Lagann was definitely my number one favorite mecha that I've ever seen. Followed closely behind by Code Geass, but that's a different story for another day.
Gotta watch that sometime.
Yeah, but it's like, dang, Gurren Lagann is like, Kamina is like, I don't know how to put this better. Is like, he's basically the big bro everybody wants to have. It's like
Aniki, dude.
and you can
Aniki.
tell it's like you go through life and you think, man, I don't want to be the oldest and I don't want to be the firstborn son, because it's like that's a lot of responsibility. I mean, yeah, him and Simone aren't related by blood, but it's like, dang, it's like you can tell it's like, yeah, Kamina's afraid a lot of times, but he's like, he has to put up a front because it's like his Simone's looking up to him all the time to get him through things. And it's like, and it's because of that that Simone is able to, grow up and eventually lead the humans against the anti-spirals. Otherwise, they all would have
Dude.
gotten wiped out. Who knows how long ago? And I
Oh
was
man.
like, dang, Kamina is like, when he died, I was
Oh,
crying, man. I was crying. I was like,
dude,
no.
I could not believe it.
It
I
was
was
like,
just
no,
like,
he's gonna come back.
that's
I was like,
honestly
oh,
probably one of the saddest deaths in anime, dude. Seriously.
oh man. But Kamina was like, no.
Dude,
Oh man.
what a great flippin' choice, dude. Let me tell you. Goodness
Yeah, it's
gracious.
like, but man, it's like, yeah, it's like Kamina, hands down number 4.
Dude, he honestly, dude, especially in that series, just the just the stamp, just the print he left in the world, in the show, in the lives of everyone in the show and outside of the show was so significant, dude, that it will just it he's literally a legend, dude. Literally a legend. He is literally the epitome of a legend. The legend. He's just he's so sick, dude. I love that choice.
But yeah, man, it's like, all right, man, what's your number 4?
Number 4.
Number
All
4.
right, dude. Number 4.
Number 4.
Numero quattro. Bro, it's none other than Captain Levi.
All right. Yeah.
Now, I wouldn't be surprised if you have him higher up on the list, on your list.
I actually don't have him on my
Oh,
list. Yeah.
interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Captain Levi, to me, is probably the most badass character in anime of all time. Just from the get go, the moment he's introduced, this little guy, this little man that shouldn't be intimidating, is literally terrifying. Like his authority that he has, and then eventually when he shows off how incredibly devastating he is in fighting, not only is he so highly skilled and it seems like he's rampaging, but he's calculated. He is he's so skilled. He's the most skilled fighter of all time. And just his sheer badassery is straight up the biggest reason why I put him on my top 5 list and why he's number 4. Like, his fights are amazing. And season 3 especially, well, season 1 with the female Titan, literally just, oh my gosh. I just start sweating,
Dude.
and I just profusely, and just, crying, and just, it's magnificent piece of cinematic, just
Oh man,
portrayal. And
like
then,
we didn't get to really see him go all out until what season? Oh, actually, yeah, you're right. In season 1, we did get to see him go all out when he
yeah,
was going
season
against the
1,
female Titan. Yeah, and season 3
basically,
was the only other time.
yes, and then season 3 was the other time with the Beast Titan.
Yeah,
So, dude, this guy is like a Titan's worst freaking nightmare, bro.
yeah,
Like, this guy is terrifying, and he's freaking human. That's it.
yeah.
And bro, he got to the Beast Titan, literally one of the most intelligent Titans and humans in all of history. He got to him, and he just cut him up to ribbons, bro. And even he was scared of freaking Levi. Oh my gosh, dude. Just the sheer amount of cool that this guy exudes is just, it's incredible, dude. And so that's why he's my number 4.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a good pick. I mean, it's like I was considering him, putting him on my list, but if anything, he's probably my number 7 character. But
Oh wow.
yeah,
Okay.
I have a few
Well,
others ahead of him,
uh-huh.
obviously.
Sure.
But yeah, it's like I think it's like Levi. Yeah, I mean, for a long time, what we thought that he was the second in command for the whole Survey Corps. And it's like, dang, yeah. Oh man, yeah, that fight against the Beast. But yeah. All right, I guess we're gonna go number 3.
Hold on real quick. And he's
Yeah.
also who I named my son after. So, as you already know.
You snuck that in there, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
You
He's
will
that
never
cool.
know.
He's that cool, dude.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good one. All right.
What's your number 3, bro?
So, no, I did not think of this because I just realized this is a bit of a pun because of who it is and because they're number 3. And I think you know who it is, but it's actually Sanji from One Piece.
Hey!
You get it now? I
Yep.
didn't mean it to be number 3, but that's how it ended up.
Dude, freaking, I don't know who you're talking about, dude. I think you're probably trying to talk about Soba Mask, right?
It's like, no. It's what was his name?
Stealth Black. Stealth Black. No,
Stuff
no, no.
Black.
No, no, no. I'm Soba Mask. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm
It's
Soba
like, why do you know that? Everybody from
Dude,
the
great
blue
freaking
knows.
choice. Great freaking choice, bro.
But yeah, I was like, yeah, it's like Sanji. When you first meet him, you think this guy's just a really mean waiter. But later on, it's like, man, you get so much like that adds to it, and you realize it's like, I think Brooke was commenting on this, and he's like, the thing with Sanji is that he's a very kind person. He's too kind a lot of times, and because of that, it's like we don't know if he. Well, this was going on when they weren't sure if he was going to come back to the crew because he essentially wanted to save the Straw Hats from being either killed or being put underneath the Big Mom pirates. But it's like he basically was gonna marry a girl he never met in order to save his friends. And he's always demonstrated that he's always willing to feed anybody if they're hungry because he's a guy who's been through that. How long did he go without food? It was like 30, 60 days or something like that.
I don't know. Probably something like
It
that.
was
Yeah.
something crazy though, and it's like because of that he develops an empathy towards anybody who like needs food and stuff like that, and why he'll literally kick your ass if anybody like throws or gets rid of throws food on the ground or anything like that. He does not like to be wasteful, not even one little bit. Like, let's see, I mean, he pretty much kicked a giant dinosaur in the face just because of some dropped soba and became Soba Mask.
Soba mask.
But yeah, it's like, and we laugh about it, but it's like, it shows that he is kind. Yes, he's a pervert. We all know that. But it's like not everybody can be perfect, guys. It's like you gotta. Otherwise, he wouldn't be such a great character if he was perfect. But because of that, it's like makes him a little bit more lovable,
Yeah.
especially the love that he shows towards his friends and his family, even though he hates his family. And yeah, it's like I love Sanji because of that. It's like he's just a really good, solid, character all around. Is like that. I think it's like you wish a lot more people were as kind as he was. But yeah,
Yeah, man. Honestly, Sanji has some of the funniest moments in One Piece, man. Funniest, badass, cool, respectable. I mean, this guy fills
yeah,
all the freaking points,
he
dude.
does everything.
And he's just so freaking sick, dude. So cool, man. And he's just hilarious. And yeah, he's great. What a great choice, dude. What a great
Yeah,
freaking choice, dude. Sanji
but yeah,
Vinsmoke, man.
but yeah,
All right. Well, number Trask for me or what?
yeah. Number three.
All right, dude.
Number three.
I don't know if you would guess this or not for me, dude.
All right, give me
But
some hints.
all right, I'll give you a big hint.
Okay. Really? Wait. I think I might be thinking of the wrong series. You know what? Yeah, I have no idea actually. It's like, wait. That? Ah.
I'll give you another hint.
Okay.
Nimpo.
Have I
Dude,
watched this?
come on, man. Okay.
Okay, what is it? It's
If
like,
somebody got that, please let me know if somebody got that. Okay,
okay,
bro.
maybe I'm just forgot or I'm an idiot. I don't know.
No.
What is it? What is it?
I'll help you out. It's
Okay.
Kakashi, dude.
Oh.
Kakashi Sensei, my brother.
Okay, yeah, now that you say it, I'm like, oh, yeah, that is actually a pretty big hint.
Yeah. I mean, you got the one eye, you got the freaking, the
Yeah, the
ninja
ninja.
classic.
If you would have started doing hand signs, I probably would have gotten it.
I mean, I'll have to come up with some sort of special technique where I can make my phone float and I can,
Oh,
do
fair enough.
use
Fair
two-
enough. It's like, what do you mean Naruto can do one-handed hand signs?
That's true.
Either way.
Um,
But yeah, it's like Kakashi though. Dang.
Kakashi. I think
Kakashi.
he's the 7th Hokage, I believe. Bro, that's my boy. It's that simple, dude. That's my boy. Okay. Freaking just he's just so cool, dude. He's just so freaking cool. And it's funny too, cause like all you ever think about him when you see him is cool. He's cool. and then you start like kind of realizing like that that book he's always reading, it's actually freaking like what Jiraiya is. It's what Jiraiya writes, right? Isn't he the
Yeah,
author of it?
yeah. So Jiraiya writes those literotica.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
And
basically Kakashi's porn.
yeah, and Kakashi is like a huge fan. And
Yeah,
like for the longest time,
like Naruto even.
you just think he's just reading a book, like a normal book, and then you find out what he's reading, and it's like, what the hell?
Yeah. Like, oh my gosh, like Naruto even gave him the newest like copy of the book or one of Jiraiya's books, and Kakashi was so grateful. He basically just almost disappeared afterwards just because he wanted to read his book. Oh
Dude, yeah.
man.
Kakashi, I mean, I don't really know what to say, to be honest, because like, but all I know he's my number 3 because I know like when I was watching Naruto and then Shippuden, like he was by far my favorite character since the beginning, and like he's just cool, man. His abilities, his techniques, he's freaking smart. He's cool, man. He's a freaking respectable master sensei, and just he's always been there, dude. He's always been there for Team 7, dude. Freaking all of them, and like, yeah, he's just cool, man. He's just freaking cool, dude. That's all.
Yeah,
Yeah. So,
yeah, yeah. That was actually one of the ones I was contemplating on because I was like, am I sure about this? Like, it's like I don't have him on my list, but he was definitely one of the ones that I was thinking of because it's like, yeah, he like you said, he's super cool. He's like the coolest guy that you meet when you first get into Naruto. And you're like, especially once he brings out the Sharingan and you're like, oh my gosh. It's like
dude, and
he's
he
got it
he
out.
went he went through some ish, bro, with freaking
Dude, yeah.
and like with Itachi especially. Oh, dude, and just so many things, dude. He was always there, dude, and I don't know, man. He's respectable, dude. He's respectable for what he's gone through, his accomplishments as well. He's just cool. He's just cool. But yeah. So that's my number 3, dude. What's your
Number
numero
3.
dos, bro?
Let me see. I was writing this down. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. So this is a character you haven't met yet, but I'm hoping that you will one day. It is Josuke Higashikata, or the number 4 JoJo.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So Josuke
Uh-huh.
is actually, I would say he's different from, I guess, the rest of the JoJos. And the reason why I say that is because of his, I guess, stand ability. So out of all the stand abilities that exist, Jotaro actually specifically said about Josuke is that it is probably the kindest out of all stand abilities. Because, yeah, it's called, what is it? It's called Crazy Diamond, okay? And Crazy Diamond has, well, it does 2 things. It can punch people really hard, just as, just the same thing that Star Platinum can, but it has a secondary ability where it can actually reverse things to a previous state. So, in other words, he becomes a healer, is what he uses his ability for the most.
Huh.
And because of that, it's like, but the most interesting thing is that it's an ability he can't use on himself at all.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So that's why Jotaro said it, that it's a very kind ability because it's an ability that comes from being you not wanting to be selfish.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
interesting.
So he is a very simple-minded as a character, but he is he's got his cool hairdo. It's like kind of reminds you of the Prince Pompadour. And
Okay.
if you make fun of it, you will get your ass beat to the ground. And yeah, it's like he was, and he's also a very interesting JoJo because he's actually the illegitimate son of Joseph.
What? Huh? Of
Joseph, the second JoJo.
illegitimate? What do you mean by that?
He's a bastard son.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it's like,
okay.
and even despite that, though, it's like as if he doesn't really care that's what his background is. He's just, he just goes about, he cares about his grandpa, his mom, and his friends at school. And he's just a simple kid, just like any other high school kid would be. He just so happens to have some weird abilities, and he's trying to save his town from the menace of other sand users.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but yeah. And people think, oh no, he's the most boring JoJo. It's like, nah, it's like, it's okay though. he doesn't have to be the, yeah, it doesn't have to be, the most powerful or anything like that. He just has to be himself.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah,
But
man.
yeah, that's my
That's
number
cool.
two.
Yeah, man. I mean, we'll see. Maybe I'll start watching JoJo's again.
Yeah, because you have all the time in the world right now.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like, but I don't know. Obviously, I always talk about JoJo's, and I wanted to throw one in there, and I wasn't sure where any of the JoJo's were gonna land if I did put one up on this list, but he ended up as number two.
Hey, man. I believe it. I
Yeah,
believe it. I respect it.
but yeah.
All
All
right.
right. What do you got for me?
All right. So, number two is the first mate of the Straw Hat Pirates. Roronoa Zoro.
Good pick. Good pick.
Yes, that is my boy, dude. He is number two on my list because he is so freaking cool, dude. And, some people still speculate, oh, he hasn't opened his other eye yet. He's probably got some cool eye ability. Maybe he's got a Sharingan, dude. Who knows?
Oh man,
um,
that'd be so broken.
I know.
Would it be like a
Um,
combination between like what is it, observation hockey and the Sharingan?
yeah, he would be stupid powerful, dude. Dude, I like I like Zoro way more than I like Luffy, even though I like Luffy, because Zoro's like he's pretty stupid, but he's not like that stupid. He's more just really oblivious and just like, but like, dude, the guy is tough as nails, dude. I mean, you cannot overcome him. Like, you just can't. Like, the guy was beat up, cut to smithereens by freaking the sword guy, the sword like user,
Oh,
devil fruit guy, and this guy should be dead, dude. But freaking, he held on and he learned how to cut through that guy. That's how much of a badass he is, dude. Like,
it's like
this guy can literally cut stone, metal, anything. I mean, he's that cool, dude. His aesthetic as well is freaking awesome. And then in the Wano arc, I really love his art style. His like art style, his fighting style. Like, he's just super sick, dude. Super, super sick. Super cool. Super cool. So, yeah. That's basically it.
Yeah, I mean, Zoro's pretty awesome though. I mean, when you really think about it, it's like, yeah, it's like One Piece is definitely one of those shows where you don't stick around for the main character. It's the cast around them. And Zoro and in my case Sanji are definitely the ones that are the best examples, I would say, that really show that.
Yeah, I agree. And like the cool thing is like I mean, not the cool thing, but everyone's got kind of like their character defining thing in the crew. And Zoro's is he's an alcoholic and he um
Yeah,
and he sucks with directions and he's pretty dumb, but he's also like strong as hell.
yeah,
And he's just freaking sick, dude. He's just so sick. So
yeah,
originally he was a pirate hunter and then now he's a pirate. So he's just cool, dude. He
yeah,
doesn't care about anything. He just cares about, you know, his friends and just I don't know. He's just freaking cool. So
I agree.
anyways,
I
that's my
agree.
number 2. Let's do a quick section of honorable mentions before you go to your number 1
Okay,
and I go to my number 1.
okay,
So I'll just name some honorable mentions. How about that?
yeah,
And then if
go
you want
for
to add any, you can as well. Okay. So some of these are actually people that you've named, so good for you.
it.
But the first one I got is Ryu Tanaka from Haikyuu.
Mm.
So I know you don't know who that is, but
Nope, no
he
idea.
out of all the out of the full cast um of the show, it is incredibly difficult for me to pick just one that I like over all of them. But if I had to pick, I'd probably pick this guy, which is Tanaka, which is he's very headstrong, he's hilarious, he's funny, and he's just like a new senpai. You know, he's a new senpai, and so he revels in that. He loves it, and he's just freaking. Anytime he's on screen, dude, it is a good freaking time. I have had too many laugh out loud moments with him, like when he appears, and yeah, he's just awesome. I love that guy. We got also Itachi Uchida Uchiha.
Oh, you're right. Oh,
Itachi's
that
sick,
is a,
dude.
yeah, man. I can't believe we left him in the honorable mentions.
Dude, at least he's in the honorable mentions,
Yeah, I
dude.
know. I'm like, ooh.
Dude,
All
he's
right.
that cool. He's that cool. Freaking sad as hell story, dude. You know, for a
Yeah,
long time you think he's the bad guy, and then you learn some shit.
yeah, yeah. I remember when I was doing my watch through of Naruto. I was like, dang, poor Itachi. Just like you just feel bad for him the whole time.
Oh man, he has just the worst. Just
Ugh.
ouch. Poor guy, man.
Yeah, it's like
But still so
yikes.
cool. So yeah. And then I also got Sanji on here.
Hmm.
Sanji,
Yeah, yeah,
obviously.
for sure.
We got Edward from Full Metal.
Nice, nice, nice.
Great character. Great character.
Yeah, yeah.
I put Edward Newgate as a joke. But I mean,
But
he's
that's a
awesome.
real character. Oh man, it's like yes, Edward Newgate.
Yeah, Whitebeard's awesome.
Yeah,
Shout out to Whitebeard. And
yeah,
then we got Endeavor. Endeavor is so sick, dude. I've talked about him a bunch,
yeah.
and yeah, his latest episode was amazing.
But yeah, yeah. It's like who else do you got?
And the last one is Kamina. So yeah, so
Yeah, I just realized we haven't really picked that many main characters.
Oh, that's true, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, there's not that many. I'm like, huh, that's actually a little interesting now that I think about it. Oh well, but whatever. But yeah, so
all right.
I
What's your number one, bro?
I was gonna do well, yeah, actually I don't really
Well,
have very many honorable mentions to be honest.
well, tell me. What do you got? What do you got?
I mean, obviously there was a few mine were like Alucard from Helsing or slash Helsing Ultimate. There was what's it called? Um yeah, actually Whitebeard's awesome too. Shanks. You can't forget about Shanks. Um
Shanks, dude. That's my boy.
yeah, and then who else do we got? We have the what's it called? It's like, do you remember watching Moggy?
Yeah, dude.
Sinbad, though.
Dude, that's a great freaking show.
Sinbad was awesome.
They need to bring that show back. They got to finish the Sinbad
Yeah, the
freaking.
Sinbad spinoff was awesome, man. I was like, why didn't they
Yeah,
do more with
freaking
that?
great
That was better
show.
than the regular show.
Yeah, bro. That was such a good freaking show, dude.
I was like, dang. So yeah, that was one of them. Oh, and then what's his name? What is his name? The main character from Devil is a Part Timer.
Oh, not Lucifer. Um, I think it's just Satan. Satan.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I thought
I
he
know
was
he's got.
pretty fun.
He's freaking awesome. I
Yeah, it's
agree.
like,
He's definitely
and
an honorable mention.
yeah, and yeah. I mean, apart from that, yeah, I'd have to obviously look at a giant list of characters, but yeah, I was like, yeah, I would say that's about it for me on my end.
Cool.
But yeah,
Yeah.
so on the number one.
Yeah, boy.
So this is again from a series you haven't watched that I'm hoping you will one day.
Dang.
And I think you know what series it is. And it is actually the villain from the Chimera Ant arc of Hunter x Hunter, Meruem.
Oh,
So
cool.
he's
Okay.
the Chimera Ant King in that arc.
Right.
So obviously you don't know much about him, but
Not
so
not in like a
yeah,
personality aspect,
yeah,
but
yeah,
I
yeah,
know who he is.
yeah, yeah. I'm sure you've seen pictures around the online or whatever, but if not, here I'm throwing up a picture right now onto the screen
Why
for
not?
whoever wants to see it later. But yeah, so Meruem is a very interesting case because, well, he's when you first meet him, obviously he comes off as really cocky because the way he's born is that he basically couldn't wait to be born, so he just fought his way through his own mother, and basically because he was just tired of waiting.
Goodness gracious.
I was like, yikes! Because at that point he'd actually already developed enough intelligence when he was born that he was just like a normal adult man. I was like, yikes!
What the freak?
Chimera ants are a little funky that way. It's the way they're reproduce, I guess. It's a little weird. You'd have to watch it in order for it to make sense.
Yes, I definitely do.
But yeah, so what ends up happening though is that he does come off as like a, super overpowered, like nothing, he knows nothing can get in his way. He knows that he is the strongest. There's nobody above him in terms of strength in this world. And he goes through life, beating people, not even just in fighting, but as uh, a game master, actually. He actually really enjoys playing games and mastering it to the point that he's beating people who've dedicated their whole lives to certain games to basically pulp.
Wow.
Like he played chess, mastered it in like 3 games, and was
Wow.
never beat again. He learned shogi. He beat everybody. He can beat anybody in shogi. And there comes a point though where he meets a girl. I forget her name, and I should have written this down beforehand. But this girl is the one person he can't beat. It's a part of a game that only exists in the Hunter x Hunter universe. But so what ends up happening is that starts to become frustrated, but he keeps the cogs turning because he's like, yeah, I'm super smart and super powerful, so let's see if what I can do to actually beat her. And it's a blind 10-year-old girl, okay, who's just beating him. She's still a child,
Wow.
sweetest little thing you'll ever see, but he starts to develop, like, not romantic feelings, but like the same way you would for a family member.
Right.
And it's like for her, because it's like he can't understand why somebody who's so weak, obviously he knows he can kill her at any moment, but he knows he'll lose that satisfaction of being able to beat her at if he can't beat her at this moment.
Right.
And he just shows a lot of growth because he does develop his empathy for her. She gets hurt in a certain part of the story, and it basically almost breaks him. And when he goes and he's about to die, they're holding each other in each other's arms when they're both about to die because of some
Hmm.
poison. And you're like, and you slowly see them, like, you can tell that they care about each other. It's like just how
Wow.
their interactions, and he becomes human, I guess, to a certain extent, developing those emotions that he didn't have before, that he didn't even think he could have. And despite having all that overwhelming power and ability to basically just beat anything, he finds something that he actually cares about and wants to protect.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, dang, dude.
Yeah.
That was very genuine, very honest, you know,
Yeah. And yeah,
explanation.
that's my number one.
Dude, let me tell you something. My number one is I cannot explain as heartfelt as you did to your number one with my number one, but I'm gonna build it up anyways. My number one,
That's
dude,
fine, dude.
is the greatest character of all time in any medium, show, anything, in all of history of any written character of any show, comic, manga, movie, video game, anything. He is the best of all time. He
Oh,
is the
oh, oh, oh,
greatest.
I got this. I got this. Doraemon. No?
No, Ash Ketchum, dude. Ash Ketchum, dude.
Wait, really?
I'm just kidding.
Like, what? I would have totally picked Doraemon over Ash Ketchum.
No, dude, it's actually Big Bird from Sesame Street, dude. He is the coolest, the best character.
Well, yeah, I guess he is animated sometimes, but
Yeah. No, in all
uh,
seriousness, I'm talking about the Prince of all Saiyans, brother.
really?
Vegeta.
Number
That is
one.
my
Wow.
boy. Number one, dude. 100%, dude.
Dang.
Dude, Vegeta,
Oh man.
I have a extremely, extremely long history with Vegeta. He's probably the character I have probably liked the most for the longest period of time in my whole life. Screw Goku. I'm just kidding. um, but he's just he's just awesome, dude. His what he looks like, um, his fighting style, um, his his origins pretty cool, pretty sad as well. Um, his character growth and development, he literally was, a villain, and then he basically turned kind of good, and then eventually uh, fell in love and had a kid, and he started growing even more as a person, as a human, uh, as a character, and then as a father, and then he has a baby girl as well, and I see myself in Vegeta a lot. You know what I mean? In terms of growth, not necessarily. I'm not saying I used to be a villain, but in terms of personality, I just very much like who he is, who he stands for, especially now in the anime and the manga, like who everything in the Broly movie. He's sick as hell. Um, they show his Super Saiyan God transformation as well, finally, which was awesome. Um, he's just cool, dude. I just like him a lot, and he's awesome, and he's respectable too. With Kaba of Universe 6, he basically sees him as a student of his, and he has like a mentor student mentality. The way that he taught Kaba as well to go Super Saiyan, he didn't do it by being nice, dude. He literally told him he was going to kill his whole family, his whole everything. Like for him to achieve a new form that he knew he could achieve by pushing him to his freaking limits, dude. And it's because he has been pushed to his freaking limits, beyond pushed to his freaking limits, with multiple instances in life, that he has become the person he's become. And he's different than Goku. He's different than a lot of other teachers, mentors, but he does things his way. And I think that you just got to respect him, because and he tried his freaking hardest in the tournament, and he freaking did some work on those people. Like even Jiren started to respect him, like the most powerful being in all the universes, supposedly. That's not a god. Um, Looked up to, like started calling him warrior, and just like respected him, because he's that cool. He's just that, like, he's just that powerful himself. He's that, like, driven, and that, like, yeah, he's just awesome, dude. Freaking love him. And I take a lot of inspiration from him in my personal life. And I really wish I had his hair, but I don't. So
Hey, man. And it ain't never too late to get bossly.
it's true. It's true.
But
But anyways,
dude,
that's
yeah,
my
Vegeta's actually a really good pick. I was like, yeah, you know what? I completely forgot about him. Not gonna lie, and I feel kind of bad about that because he
dude.
is a great character.
That's
It's
why I
like
picked him
he
for you.
he has a lot of growth that a lot of people don't really. Well, I guess us as Dragon Ball fans, we do notice it, but it's like Akira Toriyama always does him dirty.
Yeah.
It's like he's got so disrespected. It's like, dang it.
Yeah, and although he has been done dirty for a very long time, he still finds a way for people to absolutely love him as a character. That's why he keeps coming back, dude. Akira Toriyama knows he can't just throw him to the side. Like, Vegeta's way too loved by the community, by people, that, like, he just can't just toss him to the side, dude. That's why he has had such a big role, and an even bigger role, and an even bigger role every time in, the movies, the show. And so, yeah, dude. He
Yeah,
finally has his own, like, style of evolution that Goku doesn't have, you know. So,
it was like, finally. That took way too long to get.
Jeez, dude. But yeah, so
But
it's
yeah,
cool.
man. Yeah, you're definitely, yeah, for sure,
And
Vegeta.
in the manga, spoiler alert, he's actually learned how to do instant transmission.
Wait, in the Dragon Ball Super manga?
Yep. It's very
Okay.
recent. One of the most recent chapters. He learned how to do it.
Finally. What, did he learn it from Goku or from
That I don't know. That I
Okay.
don't know. But
Okay, because it's like Goku's kind of an ass sometimes because it's like he learns all these techniques, but quite literally never teaches anybody how to do them. And it's like you would think, oh yes, instant transmission. That's a very handy tool. I should probably teach to some of my friends so they don't die. But nope. It's like, yes, I'm going
yeah.
to spend a year in the hyperbolic time chamber with my son, and it does never occurs to me that I should teach him said ability.
Yeah, dude.
It's like, come
So
on.
anyways, yeah,
But
man.
yeah, dude, yeah, it's like, good point. Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, man. Great freaking episode, I'd say.
Yeah. Let me just
Great
end the.
comeback.
Let me just, yeah. I mean, I want to thank anybody who's stuck with us through all this time. It's like,
Thank you.
yeah, we do take a lot of breaks. It's sometimes expected. This one was more expected. We knew this was coming up. We just didn't know how fast it was going to be, I guess, or how
Yeah.
busy Brian was going to get. We'll
Yeah.
see if we can do some other stuff in between long podcast episodes, but right now we appreciate everything you guys for sticking around through all these times.
Thanks for watching or listening or wherever you're at. Thank you. Support us any way you can by dropping a like or sharing or whatever. Even if you don't, we don't care. Thank you for listening. We're awesome. And you're
Yeah,
awesome. I mean, and you're all awesome and we're awesome too. And yeah, thank you.
it's a good time to be an anime fan, guys. So keep keep watching, keep listening, learn some lessons, and find some waifus.
Yes. Awesome.
But we'll see you guys next time, okay?
Peace out.
Bye.
Bye.